So, the video that you've all been waiting for. What is better, Forza or Crew? The only reason why I say Forza and Crew is because we're actually going to be comparing them as a whole. So that means all the Forzas and all the Crews, even though it's kind of unfair that Forza have more games than Crew, we're still going to be comparing them. But we're mainly going to focus on their recent games such as Forza Horizon 5, and we got Crew Motorfest, and then possibly Forza Motorsport 8. So if you're new to the channel, do not forget to like and subscribe and turn those notifications so you do not miss a video. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So as you can see, I'm currently in the Crew Motorfest, and the reason why is because I want to talk about a key thing that makes Crew a little bit better than Forza. And that's not my full answer, by the way. I'm just saying that there's certain things in Crew which is better than what Forza do. For example, the sounds. I don't know what it is, but with the sounds in Crew, they're just beautiful. The only thing it lacks is the flames. Things like this in the Super and the turbo noises. It's hard to it's not hard to compare, in a way. It just sounds amazing. So I'm gonna have to say, in terms of the sounds, I'm gonna give it to Crew only because the sounds that they produce, man, they're just beautiful. You guys can obviously debate in the comments down below and give me your opinions, because I'm just saying, based on my opinion, I think the Crew Motorfest sounds are way better than Forza. Nonetheless though, in terms of engine swaps and stuff that you can do to the car, I feel like Forza wins by a landslide, because you can only get engine swaps through like the vanity stuff and the challenges, and they're incredibly hard to get because they will take you around 3-4 hours just to get an engine swap, and you may not even like the sound. But with Forza, obviously you can just kind of buy your way into it and just customize it and stuff like that. Moving on to the next thing, you know what I mean, on that note of customization, is customization. And I kind of think that it's not hard necessarily, because Crew, they give you quite a lot of customization options. But they're iffy, you know what I mean, because they're not always licensed ones. You know what I mean? Like, only now they just started bringing in like the Liberty Walk license stuff. So obviously you can get like the Liberty Walk Super and all the other stuff. But with Forza, on the other hand, they've been doing it for quite a while now. You know what I mean? Like, they've got Liberty Walk, they've got Street Hunter, they've got what else, Rocket Bunny, and they've got a few other stuff such as like the BMW like performance parts, which you can actually get in Crew. So I'm gonna say that Forza wins this one only because of the type of stuff that they've been doing and have been doing for quite a while. So I'm definitely going to give Forza the one on that one. And now it is actually time to talk about the maps. So I know that there's only been 3 Crews, you know what I mean, and there's been about 5 Forza Horizons. We're still going to compare the maps. So obviously in the first Crew, it was what, Australia? Was it Australia? You know what? I swear it was, no. Was it Australia? I think it was Australia. I'm not sure. I think I'm getting mixed up with Forza Horizon 3. Hey, no, I was wrong. It is actually the US map. So, obviously, putting it like that, there's been 2 US maps that they've used for the Crew. And that was for Crew and then the Crew 2. And they were absolutely huge. The convoys, the amount of fun you'd have on that, it just blows Forza out of the park in terms of size. But they've kind of killed it with Crew Motorfest because it's Hawaii. Hawaii's small, there's not much stuff to do around there, you know what I mean? And they've kind of crammed a lot of stuff into this small map and it just doesn't work. But on the other hand, with the Forza Horizons, every single map has been different throughout all the Horizons, you know what I mean? So it's something I like, you know what I mean? You've had the UK, you've had Australia, you've had, what was it, Denmark or something like that? Obviously you've had, I said the UK. I think I could have said the UK, but there's loads, you know what I mean? There's loads, you got Mexico and whatnot, and it's just a lot of fun because the maps that they have are fairly decent size. Not everything is crammed in, everything is spaced out, and there's a lot of stuff to do, like Forza Horizon 3, for example. You know, when you can do the festival expansions, they should definitely bring that back. But the festival expansions were so much fun, you know what I mean? And it was just something fun to do when you finish the game or whatnot, is to go across the different branches, do them all up, and then there you go. It's fun, achievement done. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say Forza wins this one, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, it's just, I don't know if it's the fact that there hasn't been enough Crews out yet, but just Forza, they're just doing it, you know what I mean? And hopefully the next Forza is very good. So moving on to the next thing is the cars, and I do have to say, Crew, they do some next gen cars. Let me just show you, because there was one, for example, this Supra. You know what I mean? This Supra is ridiculous. You would never see a car like this in Forza. You know what I mean? Kitted up to the the maximum. If we go to the cars that I have here, we've got, let's see, I must have some crazy cars. Like this, for example, this GT500, nowhere near stock. As you can see, it's got the bloody bug catcher, or whatever they call it. I don't know why I call it bug catcher. That's GTA. But yeah, they've got, just look at the GT500. It's amazing. You know what I mean? Look at this, all the customization options, you know what I mean? Like, and obviously that plays a factor, like this, for example. You know what I mean? It's crazy, and the different types of editions that they have on Crew Motorfest as well, such as the racing edition stuff and like the drag edition stuff. You don't have that on Forza, which I kind of see, because they're kind of different games in a way, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, Crew Motorfest is more of a playground game than Forza, I'd say, you know what I mean? And the racing mechanics are completely different. But all that stuff kind of plays into a factor in it on the game and the whole gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, Forza is more of a realistic game than Crew, as you can tell by if you was to drift and power slide and like the certain things you do with the car. It's completely different. But nonetheless, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say, in terms of cars, I'm gonna say Crew on this one, only because I feel like there's so much variety you do with the cars, but the only problem is they don't bring out enough cars. You know what I mean? They say they have 607 cars, but that's nowhere near enough. And where are the 607 cars? Because if I was to go to the shop right now and then I was go to vehicle catalog, obviously yes, they bring cars out every now and again, like the obviously that released out when the game came out, and the bikes and whatnot. But I'm talking about cars, not vehicles. I want cars. I want over 600 cars. You know what I mean? We've got a fair share of Audis. Look, 7 Audis. And if you was to go to Forza, you know what I mean? There's a lot. But the only reason why I still say Crew is because of different types of cars. You know what I mean? You got the RS3 LMS. You know what I mean? What else have we got? We got the Mulliner Bacala, whatever it's called. We've got different types of BMWs like this. You know what I mean? You don't see stuff like that in Forza, which I like. So yeah, we've kind of spoke about, was it 4 things? We spoke about customization, map, the cars, and then we spoke about sound. So that is 4 things, yeah. The next thing I want to talk about is obviously the whole gameplay, like the controls and like the driving mechanics. That's the word, driving mechanics. I'm just gonna say from now, Forza just beats this by a landslide. Purely the fact because it's just way more realistic. You know what I mean? Even when you drive with a wheel, you know what I mean, you had so much problems with driving with the wheel on the Crew 2 that Forza just, you know what I mean, just blew it out the park. And I just don't know what it is with Crew and wheel, because I cannot even use my bloody Moser wheel on Crew Motorfest, and I don't know if it's something to do with the game just not being eligible to use the Moser. But if I was to put it in, it'd mess up. It makes no sense whatsoever. So I'm just gonna say, you guys probably agree with me, Forza is just way better in terms of driving mechanics, because it's just simple as that. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is upgrading your car. Yeah, I know I spoke about customization, but that was more of an exterior type of thing. We're talking about performance, and once again, Forza beats this, definitely 100 million %. The reason I say that is because the things that you have to do to even max out your car on this game is so long, but at the same time, it's not enjoyable. You know what I mean? You get, so let's go over here, for example. So if we was to go to profile, and then we go to vehicles, and then we go to upgrades, it's bloody points and stuff, and they have a cap. Like, what is this? You know what I mean? So like, if I was to go to details, yes, it tells me how much horsepower and stuff I'm rocking, but it's nothing special. You can't do as much stuff that you can do on Forza. Like on Forza, it's in detail. You know what I mean? Racing transmission, obviously that's off it, but you know what I mean, like race different type of suspension that you can use, off-road suspension, drift suspension, race suspension, you know what I mean? And there's tons of stuff that you can do, but with this, it's not it. You know what I mean? Tires, ice tires, the snow tires, the Hot Wheel tires, the Forza tires, racing tires, drag tires. I could go on. There's so much stuff in terms of performance-wise that Forza has that Crew doesn't. You know what I mean? It just messes it up. And I say this all the time. If Forza and any other racing game was to actually listen to their fans, I'll promise you'd have the best game ever. I just don't get why they don't do it. I don't know if it's a budget thing, but it can't be, because look how many players Crew's racked up in, and Forza, you know what I mean? I know they've been on Game Pass and obviously Ubisoft Plus, but still though, it's not hard to bring back the things that we want. If you was to bring it back, I promise you, you'd have an amazing game, just like Forza Horizon 3, because Forza Horizon 3 and Forza Horizon 2 was the peak of Forza Horizon in general, and I would say a little bit of Forza Horizon 4, but still, it just, I don't get what's going on with these games, and obviously, I hope you guys agree with me. Obviously, if you don't agree with me, you know what I mean, but I'm just saying, it's just facts. I am just spitting facts. So yeah, guys, that was a kind of a quick one today, you know what I mean? It was just talking about the... So yeah, it was just a quick one today, guys. It was literally just to compare Crew versus Forza. And obviously, please let me know you guys' comments down below, and I'll make sure to try and reply to some comments today, and just see what everyone thinks about the games. So yeah, guys, make sure you stay tuned into the channel. You know what I mean? We've got some big things coming up ahead. It's gonna be very exciting stuff. I know you guys have been wanting me to do some POV videos. They will be coming back very, very soon. Stay tuned to the channel and make sure you subscribe. And then yeah, man, I think, shall we hit a like goal? Shall we hit a like goal? Okay, so if we can hit, yeah, I'm gonna say random. I'm gonna get Siri to do it. Pick a number between 1 and 100. If we can get, yeah, I'm not even joking. If we can get, I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, if we can get 80 likes, what shall we do? What shall we do? We'll give something away. How about that? If we can get 80 likes on this video, which is obviously we're gonna get 80 likes, I'll give something away on the channel. It could be anything, you know what I mean? I got quite a few things that I've got laying around. Even this, I don't think I'll be giving this away, but still, yeah. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys soon in a bit.